And the shot is good.
A good open look, and he splashes home the three.
The Celtics have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Outside Bradley. And stolen by Butler. Here's Rose. And he goes in for the dunk.
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You're exactly right. I mean, so often when a team gets that kind of explosive play out of its backcourt, that can really rally and galvanize the whole squad.
Last game for the Bulls, it was a loss to the Heat.
And on an ordinary night, guys, I think they would have come out on top. That's just how well they played, but they happened to catch an opposing team at the very top of their game.
I'd venture to guess, Greg, that if that game was played in their building instead of on the road, they win.
And here's Crowder following the three-pointer by Derrick Rose. Bradley drives in. Count that one. Bradley's got his first basket of the night. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Rose gets to Gasol. The shot by Butler, nobody around. Off target with his three. The Celtics have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. It's tipped. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. Here's Gasol. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Bulls.
You know, they've done a great job of getting a hand up on shooters. Actually have gotten a lot of blocks as well, solidifying that defensive effort.
And also, how about the fact defensively they're getting that backboard and getting out in transition, especially in this first half.
Butler against Bradley. Butler kicks to Dunleavy. It's stolen by Bradley. And Boston has possession. Boston trailing. Sullinger with the ball. Gasol covering. Johnson, that's for 2. But they'll get another chance. Outside Thomas. For the 3. Down it goes for his 3rd basket in as many tries.
The D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
Rose kicks to Butler. Passes it to Portis. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. It's Bradley on the wing. Wide open. Again, the Celtics good for 2.
The entire defense was frozen-footed. Nobody picked up the shooter, Kevin.
Rose kicks to Gasol. Three-pointer, Butler. It's hauled in by Thomas.
Really impressed with the way Jimmy Butler last season made big strides in his game, going from a supporting role player to someone you can build your team around.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. And Jimmy Butler had the career highs across the board last season. Won the Most Improved Player of the Year award. Really picking up his production in his 4th season.
You know, we had seen the flashes of potential in Butler before. Last season, he sustained great play and really took everything to the next level. And really just trying to take the wind out of their sails here, I think. You know, they're on the wrong end of a run and need to just kind of exhale.
Yeah, sometimes you just need to stop the bleeding. Things were starting to spiral completely out of control. And I think a timeout was a no-brainer there.
Group in for the Celtics. Kelly Olynyk's checked in for Jared Sullinger. Norebko comes in for Amir Johnson. Turner's checked in for Jay Crowder. And Smart subbed in for Avery Bradley. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it inbounds. that time.
Celtics ball.
Let's take this chance to showcase the top setup man at the small forward position in the NBA. Fourth, Evan Turner.
The passes we've seen some of these guys make from the wing, just outstanding, truly gifted distributors.
I tell you what, you could put the isolated cam on these guys and you would notice how flawlessly they execute those entry passes. They create so many easy baskets in the low post because of how on time and on target those feeds are.
McDermott, no one around him, not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Outside Turner to the paint. And it's blocked. But they get it back. Urebko dishes to Turner. Feeds it to Olynyk and uses both hands to jam it in.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
Now here's Brooks. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game.
I'll tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
.50 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Now the feed to Urebko. Olynyk the pass to Smart. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two. It's going to be on Doug McDermott. Marcus Smart was drafted to the Celtics as their future point guard. He came in with a lot of work to do and a skill set that people really liked. But his first season, Clark, was a roller coaster.
Yeah, it really was. He was an off guard in high school and in his first year of college as well. Really only played full-time at the point the year before he was drafted.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but the D still has to keep an eye on him.
Thomas kicks to Olynyk. Rebound by the Bulls.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Yeah, I like the way they're setting the tone. Really playing with a lot of energy here at the start.
They get it back, goes back up, and he lays it up and in.
Very nice pickup of the offensive rebound, and once he gets his hands on it, you know it's going back up and back in.
Smart dishes to Urebko. Down low, here's Olynyk. And two free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
At the line for the Celtics, Kelly Olynyk.
And so Olynyk nails both of them. He got it up. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And Celtics head coach Brad Stevens lured away from a very...
The only hard part of that.
I wonder if Coach Brad Stevens feels like he's recruiting another college class with all those draft picks Boston and stockpile.
Well, I don't know how he would address that question, but I do know he's feeling real good about his decision. I mean, taking the Celtics to the playoffs in just his second season, I mean, I think he's one of the bright coaching stars in the NBA today. It was the NBA's game and college basketball's loss when he moved on to the Celtics.
Well said. And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Celtics?
Well, I like the fact they've already been getting a lot of high-quality shots in the paint.
Also, guys, the passing has been terrific in the first half. They'll be happy with all those assists.
Bradley and Turner filling out the perimeter. Johnson is out there with Jared Sullinger. And it's Smart in at the point. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. Here's Portis. Moore passes to Gasol. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. And that one's good. Portis has got 6 points.
Those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten in the first half here.
And I think they should continue to work the ball down low, Clark. It's really going to free up their outside shooting.
Now here's Johnson. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Bradley can't get it to go.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Smart kicks to Sullinger. Moore with the block. And they're able to recover. Sullinger with the ball. Gasol covering. The second chance effort.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
Boston making a switch here. Crowder's checked in. And Chicago also making a switch. Dunleavy's checked in for more. 5 to shoot. The Celtics need to get a shot off. Here's Johnson, and it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Johnson's got 4 this quarter.
The easiest way to do it sometimes is with the bounce pass.
Pass to Portis. Bradley on the double team. To the middle. Gasol kicks to Rose. No good. That would have tied it. And how thrilled must have Evan Turner been last season to get a second chance. Clark with the boost in minutes, confidence, and the coaching staff. His game almost just changed overnight.
Yeah, he's a guy who needs the basketball. He's such a good, solid playmaker and has excellent size. Never had a chance in Indiana to really handle the ball and play to his strengths because of Paul George and Lance Stevenson, but he found a nice niche in Boston.
Well, you know what he can do after watching him for so many years with the Buckeyes.
Yeah, he's terrific. Good basketball IQ, too.
Now Crowder after Jared Sullinger's three-pointer that didn't go. And Bradley gets it to go on the assist from Crowder. That's now 8 points for Avery Bradley.
And boy, did Evan Turner make the most of his second chance last season. Played with more focus. Huge minutes for him with the Celtics. He may have found a home.
All right, let's keep it going for your Celtics.
Bulls trail by 3. Pass to Portis, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Amir Johnson. That's foul number 2 for him.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Portis, the pass to Dunleavy. And here's Rose outside. No luck. Good work defensively by Turner.
You know, it was a career year all around for Tucker last year.
You know what? He wasn't going to wait around for any help on that break.
Solo Sorey performance all the way. How about that for a little bit of a limerick?
I'm going to let it slide.
That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action. And he gets it to go. Now it's a 7-point Celtic lead.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Sullinger defending. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. Block shots, a stat that sometimes doesn't tell the whole story. Big-time shot blockers aren't always elite defenders. And then the opposite is true. Their block shot totals don't quite capture that great impact they really have defensively.
You know, and Akeem the Dream, certainly one of the greatest all-around players to have ever played the game. An endless array of offensive moves down low, no doubt. And defensively, his numbers speak for themselves. I mean, almost 4,000 career blocks, 2 Defensive Player of the Year awards, just a legendary low-post defender.
Bulls trail by 7. On the wing, Brooks. He's guarded by Thomas. Lays it up and banks it in. 6 points for him.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Outer dishes to Urebko. Over in the corner, Turner. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. Unloads from 9. Got a hand on it. And Olynyk kicks to Urebko. Now, here's Olynyk. Brooks covering. Urebko. Mirotic grabs the miss. Last game for the Celtics, they pick up the win against New Orleans.
And they really got after it from a defensive standpoint throughout that entire game. The turnovers they forced really tell the story.
Yeah, it was a major factor in the ball game. I mean, the more turnovers they caused, the more shaky those guys got with the ball.
Here's Olynyk. Aaron Brooks picking up that last basket. Urebko can't get it to go.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
It'll go. The Boston lead is cut down to 1 and the bucket from Brooks.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
Marcus Smart's checked in for Evan Turner. And the Bulls making a change here as well. Moore's checked in, and both free throws good from Crowder. 27 seconds left to play here in the half. Brooks kicks to Mirotic. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
And guys, this game won't be close for long if they keep giving up dunks like that.
No, it won't, G.A. You're right. A glaring error defensively and letting him get all the way to the basket that time.
But it's only 2 points. I mean, it was flashy, no doubt, but still, it only counts for 2. 2 is all. Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaquille O'Neal and Boston found themselves in a close game in the first. The biggest lead for them during the period was 6. And that's it for halftime as the second half is just about.
Here we go, Boston. Now it's coming.
We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. Without question, Avery Bradley displaying his skills today.
Just in attack mode, he was able to get in the lane at will in that first half.
Yeah, it really was aggressive attacking basketball at its finest. I mean, really a lot of fun to watch.
Tipping off the second half, here's Fred Hoiberg's 5. Rose is the 1 with Butler is the 2. Dunleavy is out there with Portis, and it's Gasol, and at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Butler against Bradley. There's the pass to Portis. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
Taking 2 shots.
He hits both from the stripe. The Celtics with the lead. Outside Thomas. No good on the triple. The Bulls shooting the ball really well in this game, 58%.
And Isaiah Thomas, traded last season from Phoenix over to Boston, seemed to be a matter of fit and not production as to why they moved him.
Here's Thomas. Jimmy Butler making his last shot. Bradley passes to Johnson, and that one's good. Johnson's got 6. Guys, we're not through 3 quarters of play, but 6 lead changes already in this one.
Yeah, it's been a really good game for sure. I mean, it looks like it's going to stay tight throughout.
Yeah, competitive, and I think we all can agree that we thought this would be the type of game that would come down to the end.
Now here's Thomas after the miss from Pau Gasol. Pushing it up, and he lobs it up toward the rim.
And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes it.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
Got a piece of it.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Here's Dunleavy, and the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. Turner's checked in for Boston. Bulls have had 7 opportunities at the free throw line and made good on 5 of them.
Yeah, pretty good numbers on the season when you look at their free throw attempts, right around 78%.
Guys, that says a lot about the poise of this team. I mean, they've been so calm, cool, and consistent at the stripe this year. I mean, that's impressive.
Celtics trail by 4. Outside Bradley. He kicks to Johnson. And Jared Sullinger picks up the foul. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. Boston making a switch here. Smart's checked in. And the Bulls making a change also. Justin Holiday's checked in for Mike Dunleavy. Pass to Portis. The kick outside to Butler. And the wide open shot from Rose. And again, no good by Chicago.
There are going to be times, I think, when it's okay to take a shot like that, but not on that possession.
Well, when would the times be, partner? Well, I'll get back to you later. The only excuse for a shot like that is if you're trying to beat the buzzer. That's the only time you can justify it.
And so here is Chicago after the basket by Boston. And it's blocked. And a fast break now for the Celtics. Turner leading the charge. Thomas, no luck.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
How nice was that alley-oop? Those two really have a good connection.
Yeah, read each other so well. It's a play I'm sure, Clark, they love to run.
And as a receiver, though, he doesn't necessarily feel the need to go for that monster finish. Just the nice little silky smooth layup.
This one for 3. And good on the basket. Book it. Thomas got 11 points.
Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
And guys, as much as Isaiah Thomas can help you on offense, at times he can hurt you on the defensive side. Immediately posted up by whomever he's guarding, you have to give help. And, of course, that leaves your defense vulnerable, particularly on the weak side and controlling that defensive backboard.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Kelly Olynyk's checked in for Sullinger. And Jerebko is subbed in for Amir Johnson. Mirotic's shot is off.
Outstanding perimeter defense there. That was a well-contested shot.
Yeah, and you know he takes a lot of pride in his defense. There are no easy threes if he's on it.
And the dunk by Olynyk. Third quarter, guys, and this has been a neck-and-neck game.
Sure has been. I mean, guys, momentum is hard to come by in this one. I mean, it seems like one team gets the lead and then the other one storms right back.
Both teams getting it done defensively as evidenced by the 8 lead changes thus far.
Greg, you're talking about Isaiah Thomas before. Certainly his short stature limits him on Clark, the defensive side.
Yeah, but you know what? He doesn't rack up a ton of steals given his instincts and quickness. I think he really focuses on making his impact at the offensive end.
They get it again. Chicago's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Holiday gets the bucket.
Oh, and look at how well he led him in there. Really, he passed him open for that deuce.
From deep, Thomas. It's blocked. Olynyk with the steal. Celtics passing it around. And Mirotic sends it back. Smart kicks to Turner. 54 seconds left in the third quarter. Thomas gets a wide open look. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Thomas got 14 points for the game.
He's putting on a commanding performance here. He's hit 2 3-pointers in each half now.
There's a whistle, and it goes on Isaiah Thomas. That's his first foul. Crowder, he's checked in for Isaiah Thomas. And the Bulls making a change also. Moore's checked in. Now here's McDermott. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Lets it go with a 3. Second chance shot. He takes it up and lays it in. 8 points for him.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
You're right, Clark. Just continue to pound it in the paint and get those easy points inside.
Smart dishes to Olynyk. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Can't hit from in close.
Just tentative in the paint. Lacking a little bit of confidence. Allowed the defender to recover and contest that shot. Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
Here's Turner. It's tipped. McDermott with the steal. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. And we've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific game so far. Bulls out front. They're up by 2. And thanks for joining us again as the fourth quarter of play is set to get rolling. It's been a close battle to this point. Boston trailing. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. On the court for the Celtics, Smart and Bradley the guards. Amir Johnson is out there with Jay Crowder. And it's Sellinger in at the 5, roaming the paint.
And I'm sensing something special going on here tonight.
It certainly does have the feeling of a classic, Greg. Let's see which team is better equipped to handle the pressure.
Here's Portis. Butler on the wing, guarded by Bradley. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Bulls lead by 2.
He hasn't really done much on the offensive end, but he's worked within the team concept to help them get the lead. He's done some other things other than scoring to help his team get the lead here.
Now here's Sellinger. Johnson at the elbow. Outside Bradley. 6 to shoot. Sellinger, no good.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
Poked away. It's stolen by Bradley. He dishes it to Crowder. Butler against Johnson. Gasol with the steal. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Pass to Portis. The dish to Dunley. That's a 2 from Butler. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. It's going to be on Avery.
You know, Jimmy Butler is one of those guys who had to overcome major odds just to get to the NBA. Reportedly, his father abandoned the family when Jimmy was an infant. Mom kicked Jimmy out when he was 13. The obstacles and adversity go on, yet he's made it and made it big.
Thomas checked in for Marcus Smart, and he nails the 3rd. And going back to Jimmy Butler, there were just so many times when he was set up to fail. He was not heavily recruited out of high school. He was even homeless when he was in high school in the Houston area. Went to a junior college, then Marquette, now in the NBA. So he played his freshman year at a junior college, which I think humbled him just a bit, but maybe gave him that work ethic that is so much, Greg, a part of his game now.
And Kevin, the talent was there, and most of all, as we see how he dealt with adversity, the heart was there. He blocked out the distractions and finally transferred to a major college and worked his way into becoming a first-round pick. And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal, and then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
And for Sellinger last season, further indication, Clark, that he needs to keep working on his conditioning.
And that was a concern coming into the league with Jared, is just how committed would he be to working on his body all the time and maintaining a level of conditioning that he needs. And injuries have been a part of that not being the case, but when he's out there, he's capable.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Well, Kevin, I was able to listen in on what the head coach of the Chicago Bulls was going over in his huddle. He was propping his guys up for their defensive pressure, saying, listen, the pressure you put on them has been fantastic. Keep pestering them, keep forcing turnovers, and we'll be in a great position to win this thing.
Here is Thomas after the Bulls pick up 2. In the corner, Bradley with it. He's feeling it. It's rebounded by Portis. Portis has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
And talking about Sullinger, you wonder if he's been in the right scheme for the past couple of years. He's not a three-point shooter. He's a back-to-the-basket banger. You want proof? Only hit 28% from behind the arc last season, and that was his career high.
Here's Rose. Isaiah Thomas making his last shot. Rose goes in. That's tipped and out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession. Evan Turner, he's checked in for Boston. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now.
You know, on the topic of Sullinger, guys, he said publicly that people are doubting him. And he's right. I mean, until he gets in better shape and stays that way, there will always be questions surrounding that part of his game. Hopefully for him going forward, he can be more Duncan than Diop in the way he treats his body.
Here's Dunleavy following the score by Avery Bradley. Dunleavy kicks to Butler. He feeds it to Dunleavy from past the arc. And the Bulls with another miss.
You know, even though he missed that one, great shooters have a way of feeling when they've got enough room to pull the trigger.
No doubt about it. The defense, you can see him exhaling right now. Fortunate that he didn't knock that one down.
It's stolen by Bradley. Thomas outside. They get it back. Tries again. Kicks it out to Bradley. Corner shot. And it will go. And the Bulls lead is cut down now to just 3 in the basket from Thomas.
Yeah, clutch basket, even with him being on the short end of the stick, size-wise.
Really, Greg, just shows you the toughness and determination this man has. Impressive.
Pass to Portis and taken away by Johnson. And Sullinger kicks to Thomas. Bradley against Butler. Shot from the top of the key. The shot is off.
And you know what? That's one of those heat checks if he's taking shots like that.
Yeah, heat check or not, I don't care how hot he may or may not be. He's not making that one.
Now, here's Butler. Here's Portis. Great D that time from Johnson.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
Here's Bradley, rejected by Gasol. Now here's Rose, the fast break opportunity. Off the mark, and the drought continues. 23 seconds left in the 4th. Sullinger passes to Turner. Bradley, no one around him. He's off from 3. And there's the whistle, called a clear path foul there. Yep, and he'll shoot 2 at the line. It's the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
2 shots.
And so both free throws are good, and it's a 5-point game.
That ought to do it. I think any chance for a miracle comeback just went out the window with those freebies.
And so they foul intentionally.
That's his first personal foul.
So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6.
2 shots.
And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there. The shot's good from Gasol.
Where's the box out? Some easy second chance opportunities there.
Those kinds of mistakes drive me crazy and will absolutely derail a team's chance to win.
Now a timeout called by Boston. They're losing by 8. 8 seconds left in the 4th quarter. What do you think, guys?
Yeah, they can call all the timeouts they want, but really, I don't think it matters at this point.
Yeah, I'm ready to go home just like the players are. There's nothing they can do to salvage this one right now. Let's go. Get out of here. Game done.
Yep. You summed it up.
I was going to say, yeah, I don't think we need to comment after that.
Adios. And so it's Chicago winning this one. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know,
Well, Derek, in a game where you maybe don't have it going